You know that person who cries at a movie they have already seen three times? The one who can't sleep because of something someone said to them 4 days ago? The one who walks into a room, doesn't say a word, and already knows something is wrong? Yeah, most people think that person is just being dramatic. But science says something completely different, and by the end of this video, you are either going to understand yourself better than you have ever, or you are going to think of someone in your life and finally understand them. Because today we are talking about the psychology of people who feel everything too deeply. The ones who were told their whole life to toughen up. The ones who were called too sensitive, too emotional, too much. Here's the thing nobody told them: feeling everything deeply is not a flaw, it's not anxiety, it's not weakness. It's actually one of the most studied personality traits in psychology, and the people who have it are wired differently from birth. Scientists call it sensory processing sensitivity, big words, simple meaning. Their brain takes in more, it processes more, it goes deeper into everything. Sounds, emotions, conversations, other people's moods automatically without trying. About 1 in 5 people are born this way. That means if you are in a room with 10 people, 2 of them are feeling everything in that room at a level the other 8 will never understand. Now here's what makes this interesting. Most people process the world at a surface level. They hear something, they react, they move on. But people with high sensitivity don't move on that fast. Their brain keeps going. It connects what just happened to something from last week, something from last year, something they read once, something they felt before. It finds patterns. It goes deep. That's why a harsh comment from a coworker can ruin their whole day. Not because they are weak, but because their brain is processing it 10 times more thoroughly than everyone else. That's why a beautiful piece of music can make them tear up out of nowhere. Their brain is not just hearing notes, it's feeling the entire emotion behind it. And that's why they always seem to know when something is off, even when nobody has said anything yet, because they are picking up on micro signals, teeny shifts in tone, small changes in body language, things most people's brain simply skip over. They are not overthinker. Their brain is just doing more work than average. But here's the part that hurts. Nobody explained this to them when they are growing up. Instead, they just told the same thing over and over again. Why do you take everything so personally? Stop being so sensitive. You are overreacting. Not everything is such a big deal. So they believed it, they thought something was wrong with them. They spent years trying to feel less, trying to react less, trying to become someone their nervous system was never built to be. And that right there is where the real damage starts. Let's talk about what nobody sees. Because from the outside, deeply feeling people often look totally fine. They smile, they show up, they check on everyone else, but on the inside, something very different is happening. These people don't just carry their own emotion, they carry other people's emotions too. A friend is having a bad day, they feel it. A stranger on the streets looks sad, they notice it and it stays with them. Someone raises their voice in the next room, their body tenses up like they're the one in trouble. Psychologists call this emotional contagion. The feeling of the people around them don't just land nearby. They get absorbed completely like a sponge that never fully dries. And most of the time, they don't even realize it is happening. They just know that after a crowded party, they feel exhausted. After difficult conversation, they feel heavy. After spending time with a stressed person, they go home and feel stressed too, even if nothing bad happened to them personally. Now imagine living like that every single day. Imagine going to work, picking up everyone's mood the second you walk in, sitting through a meeting where the tension is thick, even though nobody's saying anything. driving home and replaying three different conversations in your head trying to figure out if you said something wrong. That's their Tuesday. And here's the part that makes it harder. Most of the time, they don't talk about it because they have already been told they are too sensitive. They already know people get tired of it. So they keep it inside, they smile, say they are fine, and carry the weight alone. Some of them try to solve it by cutting people off. They go quiet for days, they cancel plans, they need large amount of time alone just to feel like themselves again. And then the world calls them antisocial without ever understanding why. Others go to the opposite direction. They throw themselves into helping people. They become the friend who is always available. The one who listens for hours, gives the best advices, shows up every time. Because helping others give them a sense of purpose, and also because it's easier to focus on someone else's pain than sit with their own. But here's the thing about both of those choices: neither one is actually healing, one is hiding, one is avoiding. And underneath both of them is the same feeling that's been there since childhood, the feeling that being this way is a problem. That feeling this much makes life harder than it needs to be. And honestly, sometimes it does. Deeply feeling people are more likely to stay in bad situations too long because they feel the other person's pain so strongly they can't leave. They are more likely to blame themselves when things go wrong because they replay everything, searching for what they could have done differently. They are more likely to burn out because they give and give and give and don't know how to stop. The world takes more out of them than it does from most people, and almost nobody around them realizes it. But here's where it gets interesting, because that same sensitivity, the one that makes everything harder, is also the reason these people are capable of something most people never get to experience. Here's what the research actually say about people who feel everything deeply: they are more creative. Studies shows that high sensitivity is directly linked to deeper creativity things because their brain naturally makes connection others don't see. They are better at reading people, not in a manipulative way, in a genuine, accurate way. They pick up on what people actually mean, not just what they say. They make better decisions in complex situations because they naturally consider more angles, more emotions, more possible outcomes before they act. And they are capable of a depth of love, loyalty, and connection that most people will spend their whole life searching for and never find. Think about the people in your life who made you feel truly seen, not just heard, seen. The ones who remembered the small things, the ones who showed up without being asked, the ones who looked at you during your worst moment and didn't flinch. There is a very good chance at least one of those people felt everything too deeply. Because you cannot feel that deeply and stay shallow. It doesn't work that way. The brain that keeps them at night is the brain that writes the song that takes a billion. The same brain that keeps them at night is the brain that writes the song that makes a million people cry. The same heart that breaks over things other brushes off is the heart that loves people so fully it changes their life. But here's what most deeply feeling people never hear. You don't have to fix yourself, you have to find the right environment for yourself. Because sensitivity doesn't need to be cured, it needs the right conditions. Quieter spaces where you can actually breathe, relationships that are real, not just surface level work that means something, not just work that pays. Time alone that is not guilt ridden but understood as necessary. Boundaries that protect your energy instead of apologizing for it. That's not asking for too much, that's knowing what you need. And here's the biggest shift of all: Deeply feeling people spend most of their life trying to become less emotional, less reactive, less sensitive. But the people who actually find peace, the ones who stop being exhausted by their own nature, are not the one who felt less. They are the ones who finally stop being ashamed of feeling more. So, if you have spent your life being told you are too much, this is a part where you hear the other side. You are not too much. The world just is not used to depth. You are not dramatic. You are paying attention in a way most people can't. You are not broken. You are sensitive. And as sensitive people build most of beautiful things in this world. So stop shrinking, stop apologizing, stop trying to feel less. Tell me in the comments, did someone ever make you feel like your emotions were too big? How long did it take you to realize that was not your fault? And if this video hit something in you, the next one is going to go even deeper. It covers why highly sensitive people attract certain types of people into their lives and why it keeps happening even when they try to stop it. Click it, you are going to see a pattern you never noticed before.